I founded a company, Atlas Professional Services, and we were originally formulated to do IT, accounting, and HR for a gentleman I worked for 10 years. And during the construction real estate crash in 2006, that company could no longer afford to pay me. So I started providing consulting services on the IT side to external customers. We built up that model over a period of time, and about 7 years later converted to a true MSP and did everything in the MSP fashion versus, billable per hour. So after growing Atlas for roughly 16 years this time, a little bit more than 16, I had interest for 3 or 4 years from a lot of suitors and looked at a couple different options, from the whole roll-up philosophy, the platform philosophy. None of them seemed overly attractive to me for the legacy I wanted to maintain with my team. I was approached by Evergreen and had a couple conversations with Sydney, as a lot of you guys know. And I told her we weren't ready. We were working on some things. We had just spent a lot of money building out the team. And if she could check back in roughly 6 months, I'd be where I think we need to be. And the idea of an exit for me wasn't, I don't know if I really decided, hey, this is the date, the time, or the reason. It was more about getting to a place where I was comfortable. And I felt like I was beyond that place. And when Sydney came back around and then called us, we had exceeded the goals that I told her we had in place and the expectations. And it was one of those, you make me an offer you can't refuse type of things. And I'm not a greedy person. And I was able to, after discussing with them and learning about the model and meeting a few other operating leaders, determine that it was a business that could maintain brand in the community, my employees' relationships, all the promises I'd made them, and again, the promises I made to my clients. So it was a way to preserve all that and be able to exit in a manner that I thought was, good for me as well. Yeah, I talk to sellers all the time now in this role about my story and why I chose the path I did, and help try to give them guidance when they're trying to make their decision of, again, the roll-up model, the platform model, do I join this, decentralized model? I think the advice is to pay attention to the cost in your business. Make sure that you're doing the little things. It's the things you can control that help you maintain your profitability. We can't control churn because of M&A, right? We can't control an employee leaving for a better opportunity, but we can control is making sure that if we're getting charged a credit card fee, that we're passing at least some of that through to offset the charges. I learned that my clients were actually surprised that I hadn't charged them a credit card fee in years, and they're like, wait, what? When I told them I was going to do it, they started laughing, and they're like, you should have done this to me years ago. So things like that, like making sure you're charging for things and you're not just gifting them. If you are gifting them, make sure you let them know. Make sure you're constantly working with your partners on price. And just take care of the back of the house. And that's a big part of this, right? The service piece. If you're having retention problems on your service desk, you're going to feel it with your clients.